The beaches of Santa Monica and Venice not too far from our setting today, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. And the injury situation as we take a look here, a half dozen players out of the lineup.
A half dozen scratches from the game. A lot of players stuck watching from the sidelines.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, Kevin and guys, the NBA is a shoe culture, and none is more popular than the Kobe 4. Originally released in 2009, last season almost a quarter of all NBA players worn them. And that's not just a tribute to the Mamba, but a testament to a design that has stood the test of time. And P.J. Tucker called them the best hoop shoe ever. Strong praise. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Jordan. Then there's Green. And it's Harris in at small forward. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Williams. Then it's Paul George. And it's Ibaka in at the 5, roaming the paint. And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Here's Irving. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Hey, and George really is one of the better dunkers in the league, actually one of the best. He's creative, he's got great bounce, excellent length, and pretty creative every time he gets a chance to throw it down.
Green finds Harden. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Los Angeles now. Now Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. Outside Irving. Back to Harden. To the inside, here's Green, lays it up and banks it in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's George. Floats one up. Here's Ibaka, and it's blocked by Jordan. Here's Harris. The second chance effort, and Harden with the lay-in. Harden's got 5.
Well, I don't think there's anybody who works harder for his points than Harden does. I mean, if he has to attack the glass to get him, he'll do that too.
Outside Leonard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Jeff Green picks one up.
You know, there are differing opinions as to who the best defensive player in the league is, but no matter what, Kawhi is always in the discussion.
Los Angeles shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
when it comes off. Grab it, baby.
Hey, man, you want this guy?
Yo, I'm gonna shoot it, huh?
Leonard hits them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Get it going.
Outside, Green. Williams against Irving. And the dunk by Jordan.
Boy, his IQ is one of the best in the league. Irvin has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
Hit these, baby.
Nah, man, you get little guy. Yeah, I got him.
Hey, you can shoot it. I got him.
You got this guy out here? Yeah, I got big man.
Hey, you box out your man.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Irving dishes to Jordan. Back to Irving. Now the pass to Harris. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Jordan trying to free himself up.
And just a big-time shot-blocking threat. Leonard's instincts on defense are just mind-boggling. Knows when to go after the blocks.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 1. Leonard finds Ibaka, Batum, and the jam by Nicholas Batum.
Bouncing up with ease, Batum skilled at finishing with power at the rack.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Harris kicks to Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
Williams passes to George. Here's Leonard, guarded by Harris. And it's Leonard, that time on the assist by George. Leonard's got 9. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Here's Irving, out to Harris, from the arc. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
You know, really good to see Harris playing with that kind of confidence because, you know, these shots will only help him get better.
Passes it to Ibaka. Outside, George. Williams from outside, and Jordan sends it back.
When Jordan comes to deny a shot, his size and reach give him a big advantage.
Harden's shot is off.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Leonard with no one around. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. 12 points for him.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3. Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
This is his first free throw of the game.
2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Williams. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to George. Outside Leonard. Leonard draws the double. The three from George. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Leonard with the steal. Fires the three. And Paul George, good for the three. George has got 5 points so far.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Irving's shot is good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Williams dishes to Leonard. And there it is for him.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
Yeah, he's setting himself up to be their go-to guy today.
Poked away. Leonard with the steal. Williams trying to break free.
And the fact that Leonard can pour it in like tonight, in addition to his defense, is really why he's one of the best two-way players we've ever seen.
Pass to Harden. They get a hand on it. Batum with the steal. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. George with no one around. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. He's got 8. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Here's Leonard after Jeff Green's bucket. Yep, that one goes in there. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue, and quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting, you know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did, too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. So he saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Boy, Harris has become such a solid role player, guys, a knockdown shooter who really elevates the team above self.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Williams. And Harris drops them both. And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
Now, here's Leonard.
And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
Harden against George. Harden scanning the floor. Ball's knocked loose. Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Whenever Harden sprints inside, man, I love it. Has so many ways he can finish near the basket.
And Beverly kicks to Zubats. Down low, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now here's Brown. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play, defended the shot, and then finished it off with the rebound.
And it's Beverly missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Out to Harris. Brown wide open, he fires. Good, and Harris gets the assist.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd pleasing already.
Now here's Leonard. 22 points for him. It's rebounded by Vonleh.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Tries it from 19. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
You know, the rest of the D can be stretched a little thin when the double team's in place like that.
Harden against George.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And here is Brown. He has 5. Harden. Good work defensively by Morris. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. George with the ball.
Boy, a nice show of strength that time from Paul George, absorbing the hit and still carving out space to get the shot to go down.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And the Clippers making a change here. Jackson's checked in, and a switch here for Brooklyn. Luwawu is checked in for Harris.
One shot.
That free throw good from George.
And every single season, Paul George has kicked his game up another level. I think he's a premier two-way forward who gets it done at both ends.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 9. Misses the 3.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
It's blocked. Here's Luwawu. Harden outside to the middle. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Hey, we know Harden can score it, but he also has great vision.
Jackson against Harden. Whistle blows, basket is good, so a chance here for a three-point play.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right.
Yeah, and early on doing a really nice job at the free throw line.
Yeah, getting to the line and converting, that's the big thing. It's always good when you can do that because it stabilizes your offense.
The 3. The shot, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Here's the floater. Jackson misses.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here. And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And, you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lessons. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively. But quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And, you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
The pass to Vonleh. Stolen by Jackson. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Intercepted. There's a minute left here in the opening quarter. And Brooklyn with another turnover here.
Los Angeles ball.
.51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Morris right side. Rebounded by the Nets. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Now here's Brown. He's got 5. Harden with it. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Harden's got 14 points for the game.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Harden against Jackson. 11 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Clock at 6. All sorts of time. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. He has 7. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for young players to acclimate themselves to the NBA.
You know, this game, you know, it's a physical game, obviously, but, you know, a lot of it is mental. So, you know, just, you know, making sure you're thinking while you're out there is, you know, one of the big things for me. One of the things I've kind of learned since I've been in the league.
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
Hey, right there. I see him. I see him.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
We've got Marcus Morris. Patrick Beverly out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Zubats in at the center, locking down the middle. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. And the Nets with possession here. The Clippers getting the bucket. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Here's Harden. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
I really appreciate how Harden handles contact, staying in control of his body, and tremendous balance.
Now here's Jackson. He has 7. Pass to Morris for the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Morris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And the one thing about Morris, he doesn't scare you from beyond the arc, but you still have to account for him.
Timeout called, the Nets. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness?
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Here's Williams. After Jeff Green's bucket, Ibaka, the pass to Kennard. Green with the rebound.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
To the paint, here's Luwawu, and that one is good. Now it's just a three-point Clipper lead.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now here's Jackson. He has 7. Pass to Williams. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
You know, defenders like to try to get physical with Williams. I'll tell you what, his strength belies his size.
Here's Irving. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Jackson finds Kennard. Williams scanning the floor. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
I don't know if anybody has a more relaxed shooting motion. Williams very efficient and easy with that stroke.
Irving passes to Brown. Back to Irving for 3. Drains the three-pointer. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Williams. 5 points in the game.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Now Brown. He's got 5. Here's Irving. Here's Luwawu. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Clippers leading by 3. And Williams gets it to go on the assist by Jackson. Williams has got 7 points.
Sliding his way inside. Williams taking advantage of that late reaction by the defense.
And it's Green with the jam.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Williams against Irving. A floater, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
That was simply a matter of the quickness of Williams causing that foul. We'll see if he can cash in at the line.
The Clippers have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
I got mine. Who got shooter, huh? Hey, let me get big man. Hey, when it comes off, grab it, baby.
Hey, just box that.
Free throw good, Lou Williams.
And we always talk about it. I mean, those second-round picks who turn out to be gems, no one thought Williams would end up at the free throw line as much as he does.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Reggie Jackson. And a change for the Nets. Harris is checked in for Luwawu.
I got mine. Who got shooter, huh? Better box your man out. I got it.
Hey, just box out.
Hey, when it comes off, grab it, baby.
That one is no good. Nets trail by 4. It's Brown with the drive.
Right here.
Clippers foul call. Kawhi Leonard. That's his second personal foul.
For Brooklyn, they have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
2 shots.
Two shots.
First free throw is good. And Brown drops them both. And here is Williams. He's got 8. Ibaka outside. Inside. George double teamed. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so here are the Clippers. Williams finds Leonard. Shot clock at 5. The Clippers need to get off a shot and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Lou Williams at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Hey, when it comes off, grab it, baby. Hey, man, you want this guy?
Yo, I'm
Who got shooter, huh?
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter, but right now he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
I got mine. Who got shooter, huh? Better box your man up. I got it.
Hey, just box out.
Hey, when it comes off, grab it, baby.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Nets trail by 3. There's Brown with the 3. On the wing, Irving goes back up, and it's good off the back rim and in. And it's 9 points for Kyrie Irving.
Man, the confidence Irving has is something I really appreciate. I mean, he's ready to shoot it as soon as he gets it and not afraid of any kind of shot.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
For Los Angeles, they have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
1 shot.
Knock this in.
Hey, when it comes off, grab it, baby. Hey, man, you want this guy?
Yo, I'm
Who
on
got
this
shooter,
guy.
huh?
Free throw good, Lou Williams. Nets trail by 4. Outside Irving. Dishes it to Jordan. He kicks to Green. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Jordan. Over Ibaka. The shot by Jordan, no good. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Here's Batum. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. And it's a 6-point Clipper lead.
Boy, that's big-time concentration from Batum, able to battle his way through contact and still get the finish.
And the wide-open shot from Green. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 6 assists in the game.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Now here's Leonard. 22 points for him. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
And here is Los Angeles now. 3-point lead. From deep, George hits the 3-point bomb. George has got 14 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here is Harris. 5 points in the game. He feeds it to Green. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Green's got 9 points in the quarter.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Irving passes to Jordan. Back to Irving. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
And Ibaka kicks to Leonard. George looking around. And there's the pass to Ibaka. The shot's good on the assist by George. And the Clippers lead by 4.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Here's Irving, 11 points in the game. Outside Jordan, fires from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Right side, Williams. His three-pointers off the mark. Nets trail by 4. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it, the fast break chance. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor, 7 for 7.
And when Green is feeling it, keep getting him the ball. He can really score from anywhere from the floor.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. Now here's Beverley. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. He gets that one. And the Clippers lead by 4.
Love the unselfishness of Beverley. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Harden inside the three-point line. No good on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Now here's Beverley. Passes it to George. To the paint. Here's Zubac. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. And now a 6-point Clipper lead.
And George is not just a scorer now. He also passes the ball well, looking to keep his guys involved.
To the inside, Harden softly drops in the floater. Harden's got 20 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And at about 230 pounds, Leonard is a well-built specimen, can absorb defenders like it's nothing.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
And last year, excellent at the free throw line, just a shade under 90%.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
And not the same rhythm or approach that he had in the first quarter when he was taking it straight to the teeth of the D and really creating contact. Like to see him get back to that here in this quarter.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. Irving with the ball. Leonard picks him up and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Los Angeles leading by 7. George with the ball. He's got 14. Outside Leonard fires the three. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Leonard's got 8 here in the quarter.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Beverly against Irving. Down low. Vonleh's shot is good. Vonleh's got his first basket.
I tell you what, I could watch this move and this movie all night long. Irving doing a nice job getting his team quality shots.
George dishes to Leonard. To the middle. And George kicks to Leonard. 6 to shoot. Nets trail by 8. From deep, Harden. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. 1:12 left here in the second. George finds Leonard. Vonleh with the rebound. Vonleh's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Harden gets the bucket.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Outside, George. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
Now here's Harden. He's got 22. Pass to Vonleh. Shoots the 3. Second chance shot. Here's Irving. The shot missing. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
And you know, once George gets on the roll, he's just absolutely relentless, showing you how dominant he can be when he gets hot.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Harden against George. Harden outside.
Reggie Perry. That's his first substitution on the court.
With 1 on the clock. And that concludes the first half. Clippers lead by 10. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus at that end of the floor?
You know, just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 30 points. And for the Clippers, the wing tandem of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George inviting historic comparisons. Shaq, for your money, are they as good as any duo in the league?
Without question, Ernie Cornelius Johnson. Players who are both MVP caliber. Yes, yes, yes.
I didn't know your middle name was Cornelius.
Neither did I.
Okay.
I don't think it is.
Okay. But for Shaq's money, you know, most importantly, this would be a big step. But, you know, he's not. I'll say that. But Cornelius, I did not know. But it was Cornelius.
ECJ, baby.
It's not Cornelius.
ECJ.
I guess it is now.
Eastern Conference Johnson, Cornelius.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. So for Brooklyn now, Green is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harden in at the 2 spot.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking. Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
Here's Williams, following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. A shot by Batum, no good. Here's Harden. It's blocked.
A capable defensive player. That wingspan of Batum's really an asset in blocking shots.
Pass to George. Fires for 3. And the Clippers miss again.
Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far.
That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 6 on the bucket from Harden.
Remarkable speed in transition from Harden, sprinting ahead of everybody, putting himself in a great spot there.
Left side, Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Here's Harris after the Clippers pick up 2. Now Leonard. He has 30. From in close, and it's finished off by Batum. And now a 10-point Los Angeles lead.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Here's Irving. And the layup is good. Irving's got 13.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Teardrop shot. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Boy, the quick first step of Williams gets him in position for the teardrop.
Irving passes to Jordan. Inside, Harden. He can't hit that time. George with the defensive effort. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got the lead up to 12 now for Los Angeles.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
Down low. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Harden. Harden's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
Williams finds Ibaka. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
So difficult to defend Ibaka inside the length, the improved strength, and he's one of those bigs who doesn't mind going to the line.
The Clippers have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
first one falls.
And back in '08, Ibaka became the first player ever from the Republic of Congo to be drafted in the NBA.
Ibaka hits both of them.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Outside Irving. Harden inside the three-point line. Serge Ibaka with the rebound.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
To the paint, here's Green. Basket is good, the assist from Harris. Harris has got his 7th assist in the game.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving.
One shot. One shot.
That free throw good from George. Nets trail by 13. And here is Brown. He's got 7 on the pass to Harden. Jordan trying to free himself up, and the basket by Harden. Harden's got 4 points in the quarter.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Leonard against Harris. 17-foot shot on the way. It's good. Leonard's got 32 points.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Passes to Harden. And it's Harden slamming it down.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Outside, George. Pass to Leonard. Jordan with some nice D. Nets trail by 11. Here's Harris. He has 5. Batum with the steal. And George, here we go.
Boy, George can really change pace quickly. He's excellent at drawing physical contact.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
I thought we might see the defense adjust at halftime to slow the break, but that has not been the case.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
Free throw good, Paul George.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
And the Nets making a change here. Luwawu's checked in. And George drops them both. Here is Harden, and he has 28 points for the game.
Hey, yo, how about Harden? Yo, watch it.
To the inside, and it's blocked. Now here's Williams. And it's blocked by Brown. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Green breaking loose. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Brown. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And the foul on Harden. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. A different look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Marcus Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. And the Nets making a change here as well. Longley's checked in. Lob pass to George, and George with the stuff.
Boy, the high-flying acrobatics of George, something to behold. When he leaves the ground for these alley-oops, you drop your jaw in awe.
Now here's Brown. He's got 9. It's Harden with the drive. Another shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. The Nets have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. Jackson, he's checked in for Serge Ibaka. And he's good on the second. Los Angeles leading by 12. George with the ball. 25 points in the game. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. George has got 9 points here in the second half. Nets have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Pass to Luwawu. Lobs it up for Jordan. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 4 rebounds now tonight. From deep, George. Rebounded by the Nets. Vonleh's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And I wouldn't put it past him, guys, to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half.
Jackson kicks to Beverly. There's the dish to George. Zubats trying to break loose. Nets trail by 14. Harden outside. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
For Brooklyn, they have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers.
1 shot.
Free throw drops for Harden.
And, you know, after being a 6th man during the beginning of his career, Harden has blossomed into a big-time star. He's a top-tier combo guard in this league now.
Now, here's Beverly. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Morris finds Kennard. Just 5 on the clock. And that one drops for him. And the Clippers lead by 13.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
Beverly against Brown. Harden outside. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Harden's got 12 now in this quarter.
You know, he's got to be exasperated right now, fellas. I mean, playing excellent ball, but they're still losing.
Jackson passes to Zubats. Back to Jackson.
I see him.
5 seconds.
There's the pass to Morris. Zubats trying to break loose. Morris, no good. Nets trail by 10. Inside, Harden. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've led by as many as 14 points. With the teardrop, that one's not going to go. Brooklyn's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Harden outside. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Oh, just incredible, that spin. Shook him loose from the defender, but he just couldn't gather his balance there to follow through with the shot.
Now here's Jackson. He's got 9. Now Brown to the wing on the left. Passes it to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
And here's Beverly. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. To end the cold streak, and the layup is up and in.
Yeah, love seeing Beverly shoot off the pick there. I mean, all he needs is a sliver of daylight.
Nets trail by 10. Brown outside. Jackson against Harden. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Reggie Jackson. For Brooklyn, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. And the Clippers making a switch here. Ibaka's checked in. Irving's checked in for the Nets.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
He throw good. James Harden. 1:43 left in the third quarter. Jackson against Harden. Morris outside. And a miss there on the triple.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Now, here's Vonleh. And the 3 off target. Here's Morris. Doesn't go that time. Here's Harden on the wing. Uncovered. They get it again. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows?
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Irving against Beverly. Pass to Morris. Again, the miss by Morris.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
And a wide open look for Irving. Good for his 9th make in just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting. Now here's Jackson. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. The Clippers on top, up by 1. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Clippers, we've got Reggie Jackson. Morris is out there with Batum. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Beverly in at the 1. Here's Beverly, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Beverly, the pass to Jackson, and he gets the bucket.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes, can find the creases with that handle.
To the middle, here's Harden. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That's on Reggie Jackson. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Nets?
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
Well, you've also got to love how aggressively they've taken that ball to the basket and scored off dribble penetration.
Free throw good, James Harden. The Clippers trail. Williams with the ball. Now Green defending. Pass to Leonard. Over Harris. The rebound by the Nets. Green's got 6 rebounds in the game. In the corner, Irving with it. Got a piece of it. They get it back. A nice shot by Perry. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Outside Williams. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on James Harden.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
2.
Knock this in. Hey, when it comes off, grab it, baby. Hey, man, you want this guy? Yo, I'm on shooter, huh?
And he makes the first. George is checked in for Jackson. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Jordan's checked in.
Knock this in. Hey, when it comes off, grab it, baby. Hey, man, you want this guy? Yo, I'm on shooter, huh?
And Williams drops them both. Irving with the ball. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Clippers with the ball. Williams dishes to Leonard. Here's Batum. Green with the block. Tries again. A shot by Batum, no good.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Now here's Williams. Kicks it to Leonard. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
Here's Irving. No good that time. George with the defensive effort. The Clippers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And that one, good.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional, catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
Harden against George. And the rejection by Ibaka. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. There's the feed to Leonard. Rebound, Brooklyn. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Clippers leading by 3. The pass to Williams. Feeds to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Don't sleep on Williams's ability to create for others. That's a veteran play.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Timeout called the Nets. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
We've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. And even though they're down, he was confident. He said, look, guys, I've got all the confidence in the world in you. We've been down this road before. You know what we need to do. Kevin, let's see if they can overcome this deficit.
Jordan with the bucket.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead.
Bounce pass from Williams. Here's Leonard. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Leonard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Harris passes to Harden. Lobs it up for Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Here's George, following the basket by DeAndre Jordan.
And then Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Roll it.
Nets trail by 5. Now Irving. Passes it to Harden. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And, well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times. Ibaka just has that rare instinct for it.
To the paint. Leonard inside, guarded by Harris. The shot, no good. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Good work defensively by Ibaka.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Leonard, no luck. Nets shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Harden inside the three-point line, and that one goes long.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And on the way from Irving for 3. He can't get that one, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points and stolen by Jordan. One-on-one here. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Boy, it's amazing to me how easy Harden makes it look. I mean, when he's locked in, he feels like there's nobody that can guard him, and he's right most of the time.
Now here's Leonard.
Come on, box him out, man.
Jordan with some nice D. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it, the fast break chance. Harden can't hit. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. It's a three-point game, and Jordan sends it back. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Irving leading the charge.
Boy, great display of concentration and tenacity from Irving there. Fighting his way through contact, getting it up and down, plus the foul.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Brown is checked in for Brooklyn.
One shot.
And it's tied up with that one.
You know, what comes to mind first when you think of Irving is his handles, rush hour tight, but also his dynamic ability as a scorer.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kyrie Irving.
And guys, this really has been his night. He's done a lot of things well, but his scoring really put him over the top. You can see how determined he's been every time he's gotten his hands on the ball. Great drive and also great focus offensively.
Williams against Irving. Lob pass to George.
And the poise of Williams, so impressive. Plays at his own pace. He's never in a hurry.
And the Nets with possession here. Trailing by 2. And here is Brown. Down low. Here's Irving. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Irving's got 15 points in just the second half.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
So savvy inside for a player of his size and tough. Williams will do whatever it takes.
Shooting one.
Who got shooter, huh? Better box your man out. I got it.
Hey, just box out.
Hey, when it comes off, grab it, baby.
And that one falls for Williams. Here's Irving.
Yo, who's got Kyrie?
Clippers leading by 3.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be? But so far, that's not been the case.
They grab their own miss. Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 14 rebounds.
Well, you know, a big part of offensive rebounding is really relentless effort and high energy, and Jordan knows all about that.
Los Angeles with another miss. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Irving. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Clippers shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Batum with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. Harris against Williams. And it's blocked by Jordan. 4 on the clock. And it's Leonard missing.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
To take the lead. No good from Jordan.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup. And you know what? He had to clear some space for himself to get that rebound. Not an easy one there among the big boys.
Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, I like that Jordan doesn't force anything. He just kind of lets the offense come to him, picking his spots well.
Outside Leonard. George against Brown. George passes to Leonard. From outside, off the mark.
And even though the quarter has been a struggle, it doesn't look like he's lost his confidence. He keeps looking for a shot.
LA's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. George passes to Leonard. Over Irving. And it's off the back rim, no good. The Nets with the lead. Here's Green, here's Brown. No good. George with the defensive effort.
They get that one, but guys, on the night, that's been the problem, securing the ball.
They've been out-hustled. At this point, hard to see them recovering from that.
Now here's Leonard. Zubats. Right side, Batum. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Irving kicks to Harris. Basket, good.
Harris has been in these situations before. He's a veteran player and very calm taking the big shots.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
And the Nets making a change here. Harden's checked in. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Williams. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Inside, and the drought again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. It's the Nets now. The Clippers getting the bucket. It's Harden with the drive. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. George has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Trains the jumper to finish the break. George has got 6 in the quarter.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
A nice shot by Irving.
Yes, indeedy, Irving, giving you much in the clutch.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Pass to Leonard. Green with the block. And they're able to recover. A shot by Batum, no good. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And the basket is good. Harden's got 46 points.
Got to make anybody besides Harden shoot the ball there. I mean, he doesn't feel the pressure. He embraces this stuff. It's right in his wheelhouse. Make somebody else shoot it.
Leonard, no luck.
And it's really a tale of 2 quarters. Shot it so well in the last, but this one can't get anything to fall.
Green finds Harden. It counts.
This is not unfamiliar territory for Harden. He is used to being the go-to guy, especially when his team needs a big hoop.
Now here's Leonard to the paint. Yes!
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions. Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or
Leonard inside. Harris is there. It drops.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low. Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
Personal foul. Shooting for Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving.
Take a break. Take a break.
At the line for
2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. 2-possession game now.
George, no good. And that's an intentional foul.
Nicholas Batum. That's his second personal foul. At the line for the net, Joe Harris. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. Outside Leonard, jacks up a 3, cans the 3.
How about Kawhi Leonard knocking down the 3 ball? Didn't have that shot when he got into the league. Love seeing how he's improved as a shooter with the outside jumper.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They're in front by 3. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed it.
And so it's Brooklyn with the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. DeAndre, you guys were down early, but you came back. At what point did you take over the game?
I think we still came out a little flat at the beginning of the game, but, you know, we got ourselves together, gathered ourselves, and we know that, you know, in order to win games and championships, we have to come out and get stops. So that's what we did.
And that turned things around, DeAndre. Thank you. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.